Hi, my name is Frances Shoggan from the businessownerssuccessclub.com. I used to own a bookkeeping business for 15 years, which gave me the pleasure and the privilege of diving deeply into hundreds of small businesses. I got to see what worked and what didn't work. And I shut down that business because what I could see of some of my business owners that were absolutely thriving and some that were struggling, sometimes for decades, is that the way we tell small business owners to run their business doesn't work for most small business owners. It works for some, but the thing is we're all different and we all approach life and business differently, and yet all of the advice is the same. So a number of years ago, a group of us were talking about, what would you like your life to be? And I said at that time, I want my life to be where I get to go to cool events, hang out with interesting people, and read lots of neat business books, because I'm into business. I'm a business geek. Well, since then, I've gone to TED Global. I've gone to a TED event. Mind-blowing, life-changing, absolutely a wonderful thing to do. I've met Seth Godin. I was part of his online community Tribes. Got to go to the launch of his Linchpin book a bunch of years ago. I started an online book club, I guess about 5 years ago, and we had some of the coolest authors even now, join us on our book club. Because it was virtual, they could do that. We had Seth Godin came and join us, Daniel Pink, Mitch Joel, Jonathan Fields. It was pretty cool to hear them talk about their business books. I read over 50 books a year, just all kinds of really cool books. Now, I'm not saying this to brag or to, tell you how to live your life. This is how I want to live my life. And the reason I want to do this is, as I said, I'm a business geek, is I want to understand why business is the way it is, why we have an industry where it's commonly considered that 90% of businesses are going to fail within the first 5 to 10 years. I don't think that's right. I don't think that we should be okay with that, because I'm not okay with that. So I've been diving deeper, and I'm the kind of person that would do that because if you look at the personality tests and all those interesting things that help you have insight into who and what you are and how you work, I'm a victor. I'm a questioner. I'm a rebel. I'm a diplomat. My strengths are futuristic, maximizer, input, learner, strategic. All of that is about looking at the way things are, saying, I don't like the outcomes that we're getting right now. How can we do it differently? So this is just my way of saying to you why you might want to hear what I have to say about small business. So when I closed my bookkeeping business, I dove deep into what makes some business owners wildly successful and some not. And it really, what I saw that it came down to things that are not the same as what people generally tell you that you have to do. They tell you you have to look at marketing, finance, operations, and human resources. And what I realize is that's not what you want to focus on. I wrote a book called Your Effortless Business, and in it I talked about the 4 cornerstones of business being predictability, setting up an environment that helps you, having a robust team because you cannot do it on your own. Even if you are a solopreneur, you have people around you who want to help you. I would like to help you. And you have to have a decent profit. You have to be making enough money that you can give as much as you would like to give. So I continued to develop these ideas, and I have come up with the fact that when you're thinking about, and see, I think in a very structural way. This isn't about like tactics. It's not even about strategy. It's about how you structure your business. What's the framework that you use when you're trying to decide what to do in your business? So what I see the most successful businesses do is they focus on people. And they do it in a very deliberate way. They recognize that there are 3 people in business. There's you, the owner, your customers, and your team. And as I said, even if you're a solopreneur, you have a team. And each of those people takes a journey through your business. And it's up to you to create that deliberate journey. And this is where that predictability that I talked about earlier comes from. People need to have a really clear understanding of what that means. So the journey that people take through your business starts with attraction, then you engage with people, and then you serve and delight them. So the most time that you're going to spend, people don't become customers until you get to that serve and delight stage. And that's where you need to be spending the most of your time. That serving and delighting will attract the next group of people. So that's why, marketing is not what you need to do in your business. You need to be focusing on making your clients super happy. Your clients are your customers. Now this works whether you're a shoe store, a cafe, an accountant, or an online business. Whatever you're doing, this works. So you're deliberately designing this journey. And let me give you an example of a company. Here's a story about a company who they were having a problem getting and keeping staff. This was a house cleaning company. And people would come and they'd work for a little while and then leave. So, and this was costing the company a lot of it costs money to hire people, and it costs money when people aren't there, when you don't have enough staff to do the work. So they dug in a little bit to find out why people were leaving. And what they found is that people wanted to make their lives better. And so they dug in a little deeper even and to find out, what does that look like? What does that mean? And what they found is that a lot of times the people that they were hiring were recent immigrants. And this was a great way for them to get into the community and get started and then to move on. So what the owners of the business did is they started bringing in English as a second language, GED, those kinds of training, so that people wanted to stay because they were getting what they needed. So you design your business in a way to give people what they need. Now your customers are coming to you because they have a problem and they want you to solve it. Focus on solving that problem to the best of your ability, and the rest of it will come along. Now there's a lot more to it, and obviously I'm just giving you the overview. There's a lot of information on the businessownerssuccessclub.com, link below, if you wanted to have a look at that. So this is the other thing that I wanted to tell you is that you really only have 3 things you can do in your business to affect these journeys. One is create an environment, and again, we talked about that earlier. Create an environment that helps you do what you need to do. Craft an experience for your people, for you, and your people. And then make a robust value exchange. You can't do a good job if you're not getting paid well enough. Now we're going to go a little deeper into all of those things into the next videos. So stay tuned, and I'll talk to you again soon.